What's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video we're going to be talking about experiencing a little bit of a food shortage. So we're coming off of COVID-19. Sam and I have both had it. Sam had it for about 12 to 13 days and I have had it myself, this is Colin speaking, for 5 to 6 days. Really, I was only bad for about 2 days, and Sam has been feeling it well because she's carrying our little girl. So now the dogs are experiencing a little bit of a food shortage because our Amazon Prime delivery service for our food, our dry kibble, hasn't shown up, and Sam and I haven't left the house in over a week. So the dogs are a little hungry tonight, and we're gonna go down to the kitchen and whip them something up from some excess meat that we have and see what we can make them for dinner tonight. I know tonight's dinner is not going to be like a full, well-balanced meal, but their dry kibble should be here first thing in the morning. That's what our tracking number has said, so hopefully that sticks true, and let's go ahead, take these guys outside and get them a potty break before we get them some food. So right here, I'm grabbing their food bowls. We're gonna take those downstairs. We're gonna get them all washed up and get these guys fed. This is pretty much our daily routine for any time there's food. They block every doorway or every pathway that usually is between you and the food. Like, they think you already have the food somehow. Here, Kita's waiting to see if the dogs are going outside or going to the kitchen. She's always kind of like a little observer. There, we've closed the doggy door. Sam and I are gonna head into the kitchen and get dinner made. Right here, you'll see these farm fresh eggs that we just got actually today. We haven't even had time to clean those yet. In the left side of our sink, you're gonna see ground beef. That's gonna be their main protein source for the night. And on the right side of the sink there, you'll see me taking their bowls with a sponge that we have specifically for washing our dog bowls. So we're gonna get those washed up. We are using Dawn dish soap to clean those, and then we're gonna put the dog food together. It's very important to make sure that you maintain clean dog bowls so that your dogs aren't getting any type of bacteria, mold, buildup, or anything on their dog bowls. Here we have a couple pieces of salmon that went a couple days past when we were supposed to use them in the freezer, so the dogs are going to get those as part of their meal while we wait for their other food to show up. The ground beef that's being used in this video we got for $2.50 a pound. About 6 months ago, it's been sitting in our freezer. Almost dropped that egg right there off the table. It's been in our freezer for about 6 months, and we use it for the dogs on any occasions like this. We always like to have a supply of at least a month to 45 days of food. We haven't been raw prepping our food because a few reasons. One being the shortage. There's no food really in our stores that we typically used to go buy big packs at Sam's. They haven't had chicken breasts at Sam's Club for probably, I would say, a month now since we've been going. I mean, before we got COVID, it's been about a month. So now it's been probably about 45 days. So hopefully next time we show up there, they'll have something for us so that we can get the dogs back on their raw. I've gone ahead and portioned each dog out here just barely over a pound of beef. Now I'm just smashing it up and breaking it down for them a little bit so they don't try and swallow that whole chunk of meat. If you guys have seen our dogs eat, you understand exactly why we have to do this. Next, I'm going to just be ripping pieces of this salmon off. Again, making them into smaller bite-sized pieces so that they don't try and swallow that whole salmon fillet whole. Here I'm realizing we're probably not going to need both bags of the salmon, so we're going to set the rest of that salmon aside and use it for tomorrow's meal. Here I'm adding some farm fresh eggs, and I'm going to break these up and mix everything together here in just a second. I was just breaking the shells and getting them open so that I could mix them all up together. Gotta love that beautiful farm fresh egg color. Here we're going to be adding some probiotics. These probiotics are by Biome Vet. We're going to be adding one of these to each of their meals. Here we have our joint and hip supplements that Kenai is on specifically because of his ACL and arthritis. So I'm going to be adding one of those to each of the dog's meals as well because they can all benefit from it. Here I'm going to be adding Buster's Hemp Oil, which contains amino fatty acids, omega-3, 6, and 9. The amino fatty acids have anti-inflammatory properties to reduce swelling on intestines, muscles, and ligaments. Also known to improve your dog's mood as it can combat depression. I'll drop the links to these products down in the description below. Now we're going to go grab the dogs and let them inside and see if they're ready for dinner. Come on. These guys are ready to eat, so now we're going to make them wait outside of the kitchen while we set their food down on the ground. We reward calm behavior, not excited, aggressive, overwhelming behavior. So right here, June steps out or into the kitchen, so we're going to redirect that behavior before letting them eat. So right here, we're just showing him the behavior that we want to see. Here we're going to set down all 4 dog bowls and we're going to let all the dogs eat at one time in the same kitchen. Thank you.
And then I'll hand the phone to you while they eat. It's okay.
Stay. Come on. So even with these guys having a food shortage, I don't think what they're getting is really a bad substitute, and I don't think that they're going to be too happy when their kibble shows back up tomorrow. But as soon as it does, we'll switch back to that. We'll go back to feeding them. They're on a Purina Pro plan, or Purina One Pro plan. I'll put the link down in the description if you guys want to see what type of dog food we use. June gets the puppy food, and the adult dogs, of course, get the adult food. But now these guys are finishing up. We're going to go ahead, let them outside, see if they need to go potty again before bed, and we are going to head off to bed. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's videos. If you guys like this style of video, don't forget to let us know down in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one.